Amanda and I have always been really, really close. Our marriage has been a very strong, solid marriage all the way along, and we're all but inseparable. We've had 24 great years. We've had some challenges, this being the biggest one. Amanda was going down the 115. There was a guy in an F-350 who was going so fast, and there was an oncoming car. He just slammed on his brakes and yanked his wheel over, which spun her car right into the oncoming traffic.
My mom screamed. I looked over to the side and I saw my mom, and she was completely unresponsive.
My whole world just turned upside down. On October 15th, 2020, we finally got to bring her to Craig. It took them some time of evaluation to even decide whether they were going to put her in the spinal cord floor of Craig or whether they were going to put her in the TBI floor of Craig, and she wound up between floors. Her situation is very unique. She has sensation all over her whole body, but her motor control is very, very limited. She's got one vocal cord is paralyzed completely, the other one's apraxic. It'll activate when it's not supposed to, and it won't activate when it's supposed to. When we first arrived at Craig, Amanda was on a feeding tube. She had no ability to eat. Generally, she wasn't able to do anything on her own whatsoever. Once she got to Craig, everything began to change. It was like being trapped in a hole and finally getting some sunlight.
Every day was full and busy, which is what I asked for, usually from 8 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. Therapeutic recreation, or as we fondly called it, T-Rec, was instrumental in helping me to unwind. They always made sure each project was to my liking. The ingenuity to ensure that I was not only happy but could also participate was unparalleled. The driving division made sure that hubby and I were not only aware of all our options but that we were not ever alone in navigating the road ahead. These are just a few of the amazing staff.
Our house is a ranch. There were concrete steps up to the front, and there was a deck in the back, no disability functionality whatsoever. Our house had had a few issues. The floor was a little sunken in a couple places. With as much as it sagged, there was just no way it was going to take a wheelchair. But as soon as that chair rolls into the house, we're done. And I can't bring her home. What do we do? Within a few days, our case manager, Karen Leonard, called me back. She said, we've got a way to fund the fixing of the floor, and you need to get some bids and get them up to me so we can see exactly what it's going to take. And I didn't even know there was a Craig Foundation. All I knew about was Craig Hospital. And so my introduction to Craig Foundation was, your wife can come home. It would have been devastating if we had not been able to have the help from Craig Foundation that we got.
Our home situation now is most of the time actually pretty joyful and happy. She honestly makes the entire house brighter. She makes it way happier.
It's like having the other half of me back home. It's so much better than not being able to have a conversation with her in the morning or at the end of the day, and just having my life partner with me.
Words simply cannot express how thankful we are for all the help and support we have received. How can you put in words how thankful you are to be home again with your family? Suffice it to say that our appreciation and pure gratitude is most considerable. I am forever grateful for everything Craig and the staff have done for my family and I.
And I would say to the donors, when you know how much of an impact it has, when you know how much it actually changes our lives, it should give you a tremendous sense of satisfaction. It's literally allowing people to progress instead of regress. It's allowing us to be together and love each other instead of being separated and isolated.